Christmas, a time for family, giving, selfless acts, and lots of Christmas specials. Growing up, seeing a Christmas special has low-key become one of the biggest traditions for anyone growing up in the United States. Almost every show that you can think of had a Christmas special. As a matter of fact, some shows even have multiple holiday-centered episodes. Shows like Friends, The Office, and plenty other classic sitcoms. This trend wasn't just in sitcoms though, as plenty of other shows and series followed suit. Even the majority of cartoons aired at least one Christmas-themed episode. It became a sort of tradition. These specials were pretty interesting as they would sometimes twist up the formula, like how Rugrats had an episode based on Hanukkah. Dexter had a literal fight with Santa Claus, and SpongeBob brings Christmas to a city of sea creatures who have never even heard of a candy cane. You see, they're all kind of unique in how they take on the idea of Christmas and what Christmas is truly all about. Christmas specials have become a tradition, but this evolved from having one-off Christmas TV specials. You see, cartoon Christmas TV specials were so big and memorable that there were a trend of them at one point. One of the first and biggest was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, which released on December 6th in 1964. This became an instant classic in the United States and is still regarded as a Christmas classic to this day. Then, the following year, A Charlie Brown Christmas was released on December 9th in 1965. This was the very first TV special based on the comic strip Peanuts by Charles Schulz. Then, following the very next year, the next release was Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, which released on December 18th in 1966. These three then started a craze, which all kicked off from there. There was Frosty the Snowman, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, A Year Without Santa Claus, A Flintstone Christmas, and many more from then on. Now you see, of all those Christmas specials that I had mentioned previously, those were very much standalone TV specials, meaning they weren't part of a series, they weren't part of anything else, they were their own unique little story. Nowadays, Christmas specials are usually part of a series. It's just a sort of different episode that's slightly out of the norm for the usual series. And because of this, the standalone TV Christmas special kind of died down for a while. What most production companies did at this point was they decided, hey, why don't we just make a full feature-length Christmas film instead, causing the Christmas specials on TV to just die down. Until one brave little dog decided to bring back an American Christmas tradition.
今夜は本気でやってもらいますね。1, 2, 3, 4.
Olive the Other Reindeer is a children's book written by author Otto Seibold, first published in October of 1997. It was a book about Olive, the dog, who basically comes down to the North Pole when Santa Claus is in dire need, and she comes to save Christmas. The book was later adapted into a 2D CG animated TV special, written by Steve Young and directed by Steve Moore. It was produced by a production company that belonged to Simpsons creator Matt Groening. The special itself had many big names such as Drew Barrymore, Dan Castellaneta, and Joe Pontellano, to name a few. The special starts out with us being introduced to the kind-hearted and caring dog, Olive. After a short walk and introduction to Martini the scam artist penguin, we follow Olive the dog home, where she's listening to the radio with her pet flea, when suddenly an emergency report comes over the air. It's about how Santa Claus won't be able to deliver any of the gifts this year because Blitzen the reindeer injured himself during a practice flight and won't recover in time. Now, this next part is literally what the whole entire special is about. So, after the announcement, this scene plays out.
Ho, ho, ho. I'm not sure if I'll have to cancel, but it doesn't look good. Maybe somehow we'll make do with all of the other reindeer. But if not, Merry Christmas anyway.
Did Santa just say Olive, the other reindeer?
He said maybe we'll make do with all of the other reindeer, you silly flea.
No, he said Olive, the other reindeer. I heard him.
That's right. The whole plot of the special is based on a mishearing, misunderstanding, whatever you want to call it. But that's basically what the entire special is about. It does get a little more convincing after that, because Fido the Flea continues to convince Olive, even enough so that she begins her journey to go and save Christmas, alongside her new friend, Martini the Penguin, as they take the bus to the North Pole. The animation style was really unique for the time, and looking at it even now, it has such an appealing nature to how all the characters and environments are fleshed out. Even the big bad mailman is animated in a way so that it's pretty clear that he was going to be the movie's antagonist. The movie even has some musical segments throughout the whole special, and the songs weren't bad at all. It all eventually culminates into Olive making it to the North Pole, where she meets Santa and the other reindeer. At this point, there's been a lot of growth in Olive, and we see how she truly is a super caring and loving dog. Even the sleazy scam artist penguin Martini shows that even he can give of himself around this time of year. When finally reaching Santa, Olive tells him that she's the other reindeer that he's been looking for, and she came to help carry the sleigh this Christmas. After some back and forth, Santa agrees, and as a team, they manage to fly all over the world, which is shown through another song. Finally, they reach all their destinations like the world's greatest UPS driver, and together they save Christmas. Now, it's a pretty interesting concept for a TV special. In a way, it was pretty typical, as they focus on saving Christmas. But the premise of how they do this, the characters, and the art style make it really unique. Of course, the special was more directed to kids, but being produced by the Simpsons man himself, Matt Groening, there are more than enough tongue-in-cheek jokes and references to keep the adults in the room entertained as much as the kids. But the weird thing is, after the special was released and reran on both Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network, it seemed to have just faded from everyone's memory. Now, there are plenty of popular and well-known Christmas specials like the ones I mentioned before, even after all of the other reindeer was released. There were still plenty of memorable specials like Grandma Got Ran Over by Reindeer, and far down the line there was Prep and Landing, a newer CG animated special that released in 2009. But all that being said, Olive has been forgotten in everybody's memory. It isn't rerun on networks like The Grinch or Grandma Got Ran Over by Reindeer. Those are loved almost religiously for being Christmas classics. Olive was released on VHS in October of 2000 and eventually on DVD in 2003 and re-released on DVD in 2011. Since then though, it seems to have disappeared from everyone's memory and hasn't really been reran since. All of the other reindeer can actually be viewed here on YouTube, and no, I don't mean just buying or renting, but it seems that someone has uploaded it in its entirety for anyone to watch at the time of writing the script. I'll go ahead and drop the link down in the description below. If you got an extra 45 minutes to spare, I highly recommend that you go and take the time to check out this special, because it has a sort of charm and wonder that's hard to capture nowadays. It's a wonderful special, and the fact that it's been so forgotten honestly baffles me. But who knows? It's already been re-released on DVD once, so maybe it'll get a form of resurgence one more time again. So this holiday season, go out there and spend some time with your loved ones, whether it be your family, friends, or even your cat or dog by your side, since it is still COVID season. But have a wonderful holiday, and a Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. I know what you're thinking. It's a little bit late for a Christmas video, but hey, it's January the 6th, technically the 12th day of Christmas, so cut me a break. But I hope you really liked the video. I'm looking to do this a little bit more full-time now. But again, if you have any video suggestions or anything else like that, please feel free to drop them down below. And as usual, all of the SoundCloud links and all of the full film itself will be in the description below. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.